Welcome to Know Fear Food. Today, I want to talk to you about products where the packages actually say that they're free of the 8 most common allergens. The company that makes the products is Namaste Foods, and Namaste is actually a family-owned company that's operated by women, and they give portions of product sales to charities as well. And I want to talk to you about some of the products that I have used from Namaste, as well as some that we're going to try. The first product I want to talk about is Namaste's Perfect Flour Blend. It's a gluten-free flour that is also free of the top 8 allergens. And when you're looking for gluten-free flour, you're not always going to find one that is not made in a facility even that processes tree nuts or dairy. So this was one of the first ones that we found that was free of everything that we were worried about. It even says that they're free of sesame, which is something we worry about. And the flour tastes great, and it's worked in every recipe that I've tried to use it for, including homemade pancakes. So I totally recommend this flour. Next, I want to talk to you about cake mixes. One of the first cake mixes that was allergy friendly that we found was Namaste's Spice Cake. Now, my son was only like 4 years old at the time, and not all kids like spice cake, but Lorenzo loved it. Now, Namaste also makes other types of cake mixes. There's an organic yellow cake mix that I'm going to show you today, and this one says you need 2 eggs, 1/3 cup of melted butter or oil, and 1/2 cup of milk of any kind. Now, we need replacements for all of those. So the egg substitute, I always use the 4-ounce container of unsweetened applesauce. Now, you can also use one of the egg replacers. Namaste Foods makes their own egg replacer as well. Allergy Foods has made an egg replacer for many years now, and so that's another go-to for certain people who like the egg replacers. But for us with cakes, I find that applesauce really does the trick. It makes the cakes really moist. And so for the butter substitute, I use either 1/3 cup of olive oil, or you can use, well, I always mention the Earth Balance soy-free buttery spread, and that works just fine as well. Now, when it comes to the milk, it says 1/2 cup of milk of any kind. Now, I don't know if you know this, but most baked goods, you can actually replace the dairy with water if it calls for milk. Or, if you need it to be a little thicker, I've used oat milk. So I use 1/2 cup of Pacific brand oat milk. There are a number of oat milks now available on the market that I'm going to try. And but Pacific brand oat milk's been around for a while, and they have always been safe. So those are cake mixes. Now, they also now make cupcakes that just come in the cup themselves. Now, I know that there have been some products on the market where you get like Duncan Hines or Pillsbury, one of those makes the cake in the cups. And I've always looked at all the ingredients, and it's even the Duncan Hines yellow cake mix that was safe in the box was free of most of the allergens, except for I think gluten. But maybe their gluten-free was okay. But the cupcakes in a box in the cup were never allergen friendly. But Namaste, I just saw this at the supermarket the other day, makes one that it's their same yellow cake mix, and it's got the kosher symbol. It's saying it's free of the 8 most common allergens, so we are good to go with these cups. I didn't try it yet, but I'm looking forward to trying them out. They also make a cinnamon sugar cake mix that I saw, and if you don't want to use their cups, they actually make these in packet form as well, so that's great. I always talk about Daya's mac and no cheese, which we love, and they have multiple varieties. But the other day, when I was in the same supermarket, I realized that Namaste also has a mac and no cheese version. It's called Say Cheese. It's a macaroni and cheese dinner. And it is like all the other Namaste products that I was talking about. It's free of the 8 most common allergen, and it's also free of sesame. So this is great. We look forward to trying this. There was only one little concerning thing, in that they have non-dairy cheddar cheese flavor that they mention, and they're not mentioning what the ingredients of that flavor are. So if you have concern about another allergen that's not one of the top 8 most common allergens, as well as sesame, you might want to call and talk about that if you have concerns. But other than that, we look forward to trying this. Lastly, I wanted to talk to you about cup of soup. When I was growing up, and even when I was first working, my go-to for a quick dinner or snack was cup of soup, or I would just add some boiling water and I had my meal. And so I was always in search of an allergy-friendly cup of soup, and I have found several. Recently, Namaste makes one as well. This one here is the gluten-free chicken flavored noodle soup, and as all the products that Namaste makes, they are free of the top most common allergens as well as some others, and this one is no exception. The only thing about this is that they do mention natural flavors, so if you are allergic to something that they do not mention, that is not in their products, then you may need to call and find out. Okay, so these are the products we either use or want to try. So if you want to find out how the ones that we need to try work out for us, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below. Next, I want to talk to you about cake mixes. One of the first gluten-free cake mix that I found.
What's wrong?
I said everything wrong.
I don't think you did.
Hi. Next, I want to talk to you about cake mixes. One of the first mix